The winner of the Nerf gun challenge is, that's what's brewing. Welcome into What's Brewing. I'm your host, Ty Crystal. We are set for another student challenge today. We have all sorts of Nerf weapons for an all-out shootout. We have Matt over at the competition set, ready to get it going.
Thanks, Ty. We're here at the competition stage for our first annual Nerf shootout tournament. Let's meet the competitors. First up, we have
Hayden O'Shea.
Hayden. What's your major?
It's journalism.
And what's one interesting thing that we might not know about you?
I used to play with Nerf guns all the time as a kid, so I feel pretty confident.
There we go. All right, next up is?
No, TJ.
All right, Ep.4. What's your major?
Astrophysics.
And what's one interesting thing that most people may not know about you?
My father was a seaman.
There you go. All right, next up we have?
Quentin Moore.
Quentin, what's your major?
Communications.
And what's one interesting thing about you that most people may not know?
I have the same birthday as Elvis Presley.
There you go. Hunk of burning love. All right, next up we have?
Christopher Toniel.
Chris, what's your major?
Journalism.
And what's one interesting thing that we may not know about you?
I'm probably the only black kid that likes Sailor Moon.
Oh. That might be the case. All right, next up we have?
Brian Duell.
Brian, what's your major?
Broadcasting.
And what's one interesting thing that most people may not know about you?
I have the same birthday as Adolf Hitler.
That would be April 19th. 20th. Okay. See, we were close. Don't ask me why I know when Hitler's birthday is. Okay, next up we have?
Marcy Young-Cancio.
And Marcy, I'm not going to ask you your major. I'm going to ask you what your title is.
I am an assistant professor of journalism and media studies.
And what's one interesting thing that we may not know about you?
I used to set up American Gladiator courses in my backyard. No big deal.
There you go. Marcy is also the only female participating in the competition and is going to kick all the boys' ass. Next up, we have?
Dustin Vabel.
Dustin, what's your major?
Communications.
And what's one interesting thing that we may not know about you, Dustin?
I was named after Dustin Hoffman.
Wow. That is super cool. You just got 5 extra credit points. Okay, and lastly, but not leastly, we have the great
Davis.
Davis Bulger. Davis, what's your major?
The custodial arts.
And what's one interesting thing that we may not know about you?
I'm a virgin.
There you go. All right, so that's the competitors that we have to compete with today. Let's start first with our first round.
Round one, you've got I'll Put a Hole in Your Head Hayden taking on Nice Guy Noah.
So here we are for round one. Each competitor gets 5 shots to shoot at the target. 3 points for the yellow, 2 points for red, 1 point for blue. First up, we have Hayden and Noah with their shots. So gentlemen, step up to the line. Hayden will be first.
All right. Get it, bro.
1, 2. Ooh. 5. Nothing. Last shot, nothing. So Hayden ends up with 5. Next up is Noah. Noah's going to go for his 5.
Come on, bro.
Coming at you.
You got this.
Ooh, 3. Ooh, 5. Ooh, and another 3. 8.
One more.
One more.
I think that was 5.
Is that 5? All right, so we 5. So we finish with Hayden with 5 and Noah with 8.
Damn it.
Now
Got robbed.
we head to the second set of competitors.
Round two, you've got Quick Draw Chris taking on Quignogs Quinton.
You ready, gentlemen? First up is Quentin. Ooh, 1, 2. That's 3. Ooh, another 2. That's 5. Ooh, and one more. That's 6. Quentin ends with 6. Next up is Christopher Toniel. You should be already cocked there, Yep, good. There. It's because you had 2 in the chamber there, buddy. Oh. Oh. You have to reach the target, Chris.
That's what I'm trying to do.
One more. I think you're out of bullets, dude.
I think so.
I think you're out of bullets.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so what do you want me to do? We ending that round? Quentin wins that round. We got to move on. Quentin wins the round with 6. All right, on to the next group of competitors.
Round 3, you've got Broken Brian taking on the Merciful Marcy.
Brian is up with his first 5 shots. On the line, we're going to give that a 3. Oh, that's more into the 2. That's 5 total. It's a dud. Coming up. And another 2. That's 7. And his final shot coming up. Ooh, there's one with a total of
Nerf
8.
or it's nothing.
Let me clear out the board here for Marcy's 5 shots. That was 2. Second shot with another 2. That's 4. Ooh, another 2. That's 6. Third shot, 4th coming up. Nothing on the 4th shot. And, ooh, nothing on the... So is that, what was that, 6 to 6?
6 to 8.
6 to 8. Oh, Brian wins with a score of 8 to 6 and moves on to the next round.
Round 4, you've got Darling Dustin taking on Daddy Davis.
Dustin is up first with his 5 rounds. Ooh, close. No points on that one. First up, second round coming around. Ooh,
Wow.
nothing on the second shot. His third shot coming up.
This could be one-sided, Bulger. Wow.
Oh, high and to the right. There we go. 2 points. And the final shot. And 3 total points for Dustin Vaubel. Hang on. Let me clear out the shots. Don't shoot me, Bulger.
As much as you'd like to.
All right. Davis Bulger up. Let me balance that target a little bit. You get nothing for that, and that counts. Nothing. You got nothing. You got 2. You got 5. And you got nothing out of that
He
one.
already won.
No, you already had 6. Get out of here. You won. Moving on to the second round.
Semifinal number 1, you've got Quipsome Quinton taking on Gnarly Noah.
For our second round, each of the 4 competitors has to shoot with only the Nerf bow and arrow. Same point value, but they only have 2 shots each to make their mark. First up is Noah with his 2 shots. Ooh, shot 1 is high and wide. Go ahead, take one more. And yes, it is on the line for a single point. So as of right now, Noah leads 1-0. Next up is Quentin for his 2 shots. Oh, that's a 2. One more. And looks like Quentin pulls ahead with a 2-1. Quentin advancing to the final round here today.
Semifinal number 2, you've got Bashful Brian taking on Davis.
For the second semifinal, we have Brian and Bulger First up will be Brian with his first 2 shots.
I'm telling you, bro, it's not
That's a 2. And 2 shots with 2 points. Next up
Call me
is
Robin
Bulger. Ooh, wide right. And nothing.
sweating his
Brian advances to the final round with Quentin for our final round shoot-off coming up next.
Here in your final, you've got up-and-comer Quinton taking on the one-armed bandit in Brian.
Now, our final round. Each competitor has 5 bullets in their gun. They'll take 4 paces, are not allowed to move. First person hit is the loser. Are we ready, gentlemen? All right, how we feeling, Quentin?
I just have one question for my competitor. You feeling lucky, punk?
There we go. And the response from Brian, how you feeling?
I made it this far with just my left hand. Imagine what I would have done if I didn't break my arm.
And there we go. Lots of talk. Now it's time for action. Gentlemen, take your 4 steps. On the count of 3, you will turn and fire.
Do it.
1, 2, 3, turn. And, all right, so let's come back in. All right, everybody, what do we see here? Who got hit first? All right, Quentin got hit first. That means one-armed bandit is the winner. Congratulations, Brian Duell. What would you like to say about your victory?
You know, I'd just like to take a moment to thank all my family, my coaches, Merkel here. He's been training me every single day, 24 hours a day. We don't stop. We go 25-8 here.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank all of our competitors today. Thanks for joining us in the studio. Now back to you, Ty.
That is it. The last person standing is Brian Duell. Congrats to him. When the zombie apocalypse comes, I know who I need to have my back. For more What's Brewing, go to youtube.com/SLCCSMC or find us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram at SLCCSMC. That's it for this episode of What's Brewing. The Tears of Zion Williamson is What's Brewing in my cup. What's Brewing in yours?